Very good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are doing fabulous in this online lecture series. Well, today we will learn a lesson of standard 7th, which is 11th lesson from your textbook of subject science, which is a very interesting subject. That lesson's name is cell structure and microorganisms. So, in this lesson we will learn various types of subunits with the help of PPT, that is PowerPoint presentation. So, let's get started with that PowerPoint presentation.
So students, in the last lecture we have seen what are prokaryotes and how these microorganisms grow. Means growth of microbes we have seen. So as we have seen all these terms about microbes, the question arises, are these microbes useful for us? To know more about this, today we will learn another subunit from this chapter, which is useful microorganisms. Okay, so let's get started. Microbes which are present in soil, dung, etc., can decompose the garbage to obtain food material. As a result, garbage is soon converted into manure of the best quality and our surroundings are kept clean. As in the case of garbage, for proper sewage disposal too, these microbes are released into the sewage so as to help in the quick decomposition of the organic compounds. Means these microorganisms decompose the organic compound into simpler compounds. There are several microorganisms which are useful for us. Let us see here root nodule of leguminous plant. As you can see in this picture, in this the root nodule means the swollen rounded portion, as you can see in this picture, which are present on the roots are called as root nodules, and these root nodules have specific bacterium which is called as nitrogen fixing bacteria. These bacteria absorbs the atmospheric nitrogen, that is N2, and convert it into nitrogen compounds like nitrates and nitrites and make them available to the plant. Why? Because the plant cannot take the atmospheric nitrogen directly. That's why these root nodules having those nitrogen fixing bacteria helps them to absorb the nitrogen compounds, which are nitrates and nitrites. Okay, these nitrogen compounds help to increase soil fertility and thereby the protein content of the pulses grows in that soil. This way, these nitrogen fixing bacteria which are present inside the root nodules are helpful. Now let us see the another microorganism which is helpful for us. Now how do we make yogurt or curd from the milk? To know this, we will understand a simple concept behind it.
Now, let's see how to make curd or yogurt with the help of milk. We will understand it with a video.
We are going to observe some changes and the reasons for these changes. We know a simple change, changing of milk into curd. Do you know how milk can be converted into curd? Curd is prepared by adding a very small quantity of curd, that is sample curd, to the bowl containing warm milk. The milk is stirred well, then the bowl containing milk with the sample curd is covered with a lid and kept still and undisturbed for a few hours to get curd. When milk converts into curd, you can observe the following changes. The first one is change in state, that is liquid to solid. Milk is in liquid state, that converts into curd, that is solid state. You can observe a small change in volume, a change in weight, change in smell, change in taste. Now the question is, in all conditions, can we convert milk into curd, or for the conversion of milk into curd, any particular conditions are required? For this, take 3 bowls, bowl 1, bowl 2 and bowl 3. One contains cold milk and 2 and 3 warm milk. Now add a curd sample to the bowl 1 and bowl 2, that is cold milk and warm milk, and don't add anything to this third bowl. After 6 to 8 hours, you observe this. Then what you can observe? Only you can observe change in bowl 2. The milk in bowl 2 converts into curd. The reason for changing of milk into curd is due to addition of sample curd to warm milk. With this we can observe that this milk is cold, this milk is warm. Curd is added to cold milk as well as warm milk, but only the curd added to warm milk converted milk to curd. That means the reason for change of milk into curd is due to addition of sample curd to warm milk. To bowl 3, no curd is added. To bowl 2, we added a sample curd. The adding of sample curd to the milk helps to grow some kind of bacteria in it and enables conversion of milk into curd. Now from this what you can observe? When curd is added to warm milk, then only milk can be converted into curd. If curd is added to cold milk, no. If no
This way yogurt is made. Now we will see what is fermentation and how the microorganisms are helpful in this fermentation.
So first of all, what is fermentation? Fermentation is the chemical process of conversion of one type of carbon compounds into other by the action of microorganisms. Means this fermentation process is carried out by microorganisms. Hence they are useful in the fermentation process. Now what changes occur during this process? In this process heat is generated and carbon dioxide and also some other gases are released. And the changes which occur because of these gases is an increase in volume. Example, bread dough and idli batter are seen to rise as in the image shown on the screen. In that you can see on the left hand side before how the dough was in the normal size. Then thereafter in fermentation after 10 to 8 hours, for example, the dough has increased in its volume because of the gases released during the process of fermentation. The fermentation process is used for making yogurt from milk, producing alcohol from grains and fruits, then to make breads from flour, as well as in the production of acetic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, vitamins, antibiotics, etc. There are several more examples of where the fermentation process is being used. If in case microbes are allowed to grow in a batter, dough, fruit juices, etc., they break down these substances, producing new compounds as they grow and multiply in them. This microbial process is used in the production of various common foodstuffs. Well, when sometimes you feel ill,
The doctor prescribes capsules or injections of medicines. These types of medicines that destroy pathogens and retard their growth are called as antibiotics. For example, penicillin. These antibiotics are produced with the help of specific microorganisms. Previously, the diseases like tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, etc. were incurable. Means they were not curable that time, but with the help of antibiotics they are now curable. Means they can be cured now with the help of these antibiotics. Domestic animals can also be protected from various diseases by mixing antibiotics with their food. Plant diseases can also be controlled with the help of antibiotics. Means antibiotics are helpful for humans, animals, as well as for plants also. Though these antibiotics are useful for curing certain diseases, they can be harmful if used without consulting a physician. Means you can't take these antibiotics without consulting physician, or you can say doctor. Hence, a course of antibiotics should be completely strictly followed by the doctor's prescription only. In fact, we should not take any medicines on our own to treat ailments like body aches, headaches, common colds, etc. We several times go to the medical store and ask them for the tablets of headache or vomiting, etc. But this is not a good method. Certain side effects can be happen to your body if you do such things. So consult a physician before taking any medicines. Then vaccine. Vaccine is produced in a laboratory with the help of microbes that gives immunity against a particular disease. If we have been vaccinated against any particular disease, suppose we have been vaccinated polio vaccine in our childhood, so we develop a resistance to that polio disease, and our immune power, that is immunity, increases so that the possibility of contracting that disease is greatly reduced. Microbes are also used in processes like tanning of skin, production of ropes and strings from agave. Some microbes use oil for their growth. Such microbes are used to clear a layer of oil floating on the surface of an ocean or lake formed due to a leak or spill. To clear an oil slick means the layer of oil on that surface of ocean or lake. The other uses of these microorganisms are farm waste, human urine and feces, that is human excreta, then wet garbage, etc. is collected, and then thereafter it is used in the production of biogas plant to produce biogas, and also used for the production of fertilizers. This was all about the uses of microorganisms. How these microorganisms are useful for us. We have seen the uses, like they are useful in production of vaccine, production of fermented foods, then production of antibiotics, acetic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, etc. we have seen in this lecture. Then the last part of our lecture is about homework. So your homework is you have to write 4 uses of microorganisms. You can write any 4 uses, and if you have any difficulties related to the subtopic which is taught in today's lecture, you can ask in the comment section below. Search for more other uses of microorganisms rather than which are given in your textbook. Okay, thank you.